So, here we go. This is the message I received from Holy Spirit when I was guided to start the foundation for the Holy Spirit. And here's, again, the paragraph I just read. Through the operation of this foundation, circumstances will arise that will seem to bring the unhealed areas of your mind into awareness for healing. Remember that healing is the purpose for the awareness. As you see anything that is not the peace and joy of me, remember that it is presented to you for healing. Each opportunity for healing is an important part of your path. Seize each opportunity in the complete willingness of the moment, and your path to healing will be straight and without delay. Do you see how there's no judgment there for finding your errors? Just, it's an opportunity. This is what we're here for, to let go of the ego. All right, let me take a drink of water and then I'll go to the next paragraph. Know that each opportunity brings with it strong temptation to listen to self-will. Each opportunity is self-will calling out to be listened to. And so, each opportunity must be a time of quiet focus on what you truly want. Do not take any opportunity lightly. Do not brush them aside. Look at each one and see the options that are set before you, and then choose with your heart. So this goes back to the 3-step process I described earlier. The first thing that happens is I have to see the opportunity. If we use the example of when I was in my mind pushing people away at conferences, the first thing I had to see was the desire to push people away. That was the strong temptation to listen to self-will. That was self-will calling out to be listened to, the belief in separation, right? Stranger. Push this person away. Even though I hugged them, the pushing away was occurring in the mind. So I had to see that opportunity. And then, the second step. Each opportunity must be a time of quiet focus on what you truly want. I told you that the second step was always remembering what I want. And when I say I in this case, I would be pointing at my heart and not my head. I, the real I, the one that chose to be on a path of healing, the one that is choosing to let go of ego. I do not want to push people away. I do not want to label people as strangers. I do not want to judge my brother for any reason. Not for lying, not for stealing, not for anything. So again, the first step is noticing the self-will speaking up. Push this person away. Judge this person. Reject this person. The second step is stepping away from that desire for self-will, pausing in a moment of stillness and remembering what I want. And then the third step is choosing again. As it says here, look at each one, each opportunity, and see the options that are set before you. I have the option of seeing this person as a stranger or seeing this person as a friend with a capital F. I have the option of seeing this person as a liar or seeing this person as my brother, the same as me. Look at the options. And then choose with my heart. And I know what my heart says because I just looked at what I want. I want to see everyone as friends. I want to see everyone as the same as me. I want to see everyone through love. And so I make that choice. The interesting thing is that many of us would like to make that choice once and be done with it. And so what happens when the next person comes up and hugs us and we see the desire to push them away, we slip into judging ourselves because we forgave it once and here it is again. But what we really need to be willing to do is to practice this 3-step process over and over and over again until we don't need to practice it anymore. I told you that with the desire to push people away at conferences, in San Francisco I needed to practice. When people came up to me after the illness ended, I still saw that desire to push them away. I had to look at the desire. I had to remember what I wanted. And I had to choose to welcome them. It was a conscious choice, a 3-step process. At the next conference that I went to, I had to do that again. But by the next conference, I didn't even have to think about it. Because by then the shift had occurred, and I was naturally welcoming to everyone, seeing everyone as my friend with a capital F, regardless of whether I met them before or not. But I had to practice more than once. It was a decision that I repeated over and over again. So this is what we want to be willing to do. To just stick with our practice until the shift occurs. So again, this paragraph says, know that each opportunity brings with it strong temptation to listen to self-will. Each opportunity is self-will calling out to be listened to. And so each opportunity must be a time of quiet focus on what you truly want. Do not take any opportunity lightly. Do not brush them aside. Look at each one and see the options that are set before you, and then choose with your heart. Letting go of self-will will seem extremely difficult at times, but be grateful for these times, for these are the times in which you seem to grow the most. And I can speak now as a witness for that. When this particular message was given to me, I had gone through a few things. I'm not certain that I'd gone through any total healing yet, to be honest. I was looking at fear. I was looking at judgment. But I do not think I'd gone through a total healing yet. It seems to me, as I look at this on a timeline now, my first total healing was when I let go of the belief in betrayal. And that didn't happen until May of 2006, and right now we're looking at a message in March of 2006. So, although I was watching my mind and becoming more aware of what was in my mind and giving willingness to have what was in my mind healed, I don't think I had experienced any total healing yet. Which means you could say I did not know from my own experience that this 3-step process would work. I was practicing, and I was still scared. I still hated. I still had grievances. I still got hurt, embarrassed. But for some reason, I kept doing it. And I still do it. But now I can stand as a witness because I have experienced several what I will call total healings, which means beliefs, ideas that I used to believe in that caused me great pain have died. They've died in me, and they cannot cause me pain again. And what's nice about when a belief dies, like the belief in betrayal, the belief in rejection, things like that, when they die in you, is that all situations where that belief could have been triggered, all of those situations are healed. All of the situations in the past seeming betrayals, rejections, the current one, and any possibility of them in the future. Now, Monica, I'm feeling to see what you're saying here. You can say what the 3 steps are in the process, please. Sure, everybody get out your pen and paper. It's time for notes. It is time for notes. I'll even pause for a second in case, literally, Anybody has to go grab paper. I'll pause for a second. And maybe what I'll do is even type them this time as I say them. How's that? When I type and talk at the same time, I'm very slow. It'll be an opportunity for you to practice your patience. Okay, so here we go. Step 1. All right. Step 1 is I have to see the error in my mind. I have to, what do I want to say? Admit to it doesn't sound right because some of you will associate that with guilt. I have to acknowledge it. Okay? Step 1. I have to see the error in my mind. I have to acknowledge it. Like see the desire to push the person away. See the desire to judge my brother as a liar. That's the first thing I have to do. The second thing, I have to remember what I truly want. I, and this again is the deeper I, the I that started the spiritual path, the I that wants to let go of ego, the I do not want to push my brothers away. I want to love everyone. I do not want to judge any brother, no matter what he seems to do. I want to be loving, forgiving, and have compassion for everyone. Then the third step is to look at my options in the situation, because there are always options, and choose with my heart. I have 2 options. I can push my brother away, or I can welcome him. I want to welcome him. And so I make that choice. I have 2 options. I can judge my brother as a liar, or I can love him right where he is. I want to love him right where he is. That's the option I want. And so I choose that with my heart. And then, as they say on shampoo, repeat as necessary. If what you are letting go of is something that you really strongly value, you may have to repeat this a hell of a lot of times. But just do it anyway. If you've never experienced a complete healing before, then you don't know the advantage of repeating this. I know that. You don't know from experience how wonderful it's going to be when one of these false beliefs truly dies and you're really free. From even one false belief is just magnificent. To be really honestly free from even one of them is so incredibly valuable. It's really worth the repeating as necessary, I promise you.